Hey everyone, and welcome back to my channel. For those of you who are new, welcome to you as well. My name is Jennifer and this is my channel. Today's video is going to be a what I eat in a day, but this is going to be an honest look at the style and the pattern of eating that I have adapted over the years, what has made me the way I am, what has made me 500 plus pounds for the last probably 20 years of my life. And I have become so accustomed to eating this way that it just seems normal to me, and that's extremely sad. First, let me say that I know that there's going to be a lot of people that will leave comments about why don't you just eat half of that? Why don't you just stop eating this? I understand that it's a problem. That's why I'm on this weight loss journey. This is an honest look at how I became this size. And one of the reasons for doing this is because, like I said, this style of eating and eating this much has become such a normal thing for me. I don't even think twice about it. I obviously know that I eat too much. I eat too many calories. But the actual being conscious of how much I eat, I am not conscious of how much I eat because, like I said, I'm so used to just eating this amount. When I finally totaled up yesterday all the calories that I ate in a day and saw on video how much it was I was eating and how many times I was eating throughout the day, it was quite shocking. And it's a huge eye-opener. Like I said, not that I didn't know that I was eating way too much. I know that. Obviously, I'm maintaining or gaining weight, so obviously I'm eating way too much. But that is all subconscious eating. I zone out and I just eat. And it's not actually a binge, it's just overeating 2 or 3 times how much I should be eating and foods that I should not be eating. So what I did yesterday was I just turned on the camera and I just videoed everything that I put in my mouth, from drink to snacks to meals, whatever I ate, I videoed it. And I would highly recommend this for everyone because I think as a society we've gotten so used to just grazing and picking up food and the unhealthy type of eating. Sometimes even those of us who are not 500 plus pounds, we don't realize how much we're eating and we eat subconsciously. So I think that videoing yourself, what you eat in a day, even if it's not to post on the internet, because I understand I'm going to get a lot of backlash from this. There's going to be a lot of negative comments, and I understand why. So I'm not upset. But this is for myself, as a reminder, as a wake-up call to myself. This is also serves as trying to help others realize that we as a society have a problem, and it's not just me that has this issue. There are thousands of us, hundreds of thousands of us that do the same thing. Maybe not to the extent that I do at my size, but we all have issues with food and we have to become conscious of this. And for so long I have put this off. I have talked and said I was going to do this for so long, and I just keep putting it off and putting it off, and I start and then I get off track. I start and I get off track. And I am determined this time to stay on track. I can't say that I'm always going to be perfect, but my attempt this time is honest, and I am going to try my hardest to stay on track. I have support, I have friends, I have therapists, I have a psychiatrist, I have a doctor, I have Jean that is going to be my biggest support in my home. So I have everybody around me that I need to give me support. I just need to learn to lean on them for support when I need it and stop thinking just in myself what I need for myself. Realize that my mind is sick and my mind is trying to kill me. That's one of the big things that they tell you in Overeaters Anonymous is your brain is sick and it's trying to kill you. Don't listen to yourself, listen to somebody else who knows better. So that's what I plan to do. I'm already making big strides of realizing my OCD tendencies, and when I start to have a meltdown, I'm starting to recognize those meltdowns and recognize that it's me having issues with my temper, with my anxiety, whatever it is that I'm struggling with, I'm becoming more self-aware as a whole. So this is going to be a good step in the right direction for me. And then starting on Wednesday, this is Monday, you'll see this on Monday. Starting on Wednesday, I'll start with my weigh-in and then start doing some what I eat in a days and some healthier cooking recipes for keto, and then hopefully we will see a difference and we'll see the progress in the coming weeks, and I'm looking forward to sharing that with you guys. So let's get started. I'm gonna pop up, let me adjust my angle here so we have enough room for the video. I'm gonna pop the videos of what I ate right in here. So let me adjust this so we can have enough room for the video. I have my phone, I have what I ate in my videos, and you'll see I'm going to kind of like, I guess, reacting to what I ate. I'm going to tell you what I ate, and then I also put on the screen underneath here when I show you what I'm eating, the amount of calories in that meal or that snack, whatever it is. And at the end of the video, then I'll show you, at the end of this video, then I'll show you the totals for the day and my FitnessPal where I logged it all. Also, some of the foods that I ate were homemade foods. Like I had a casserole, so I'm not quite sure how to properly log those calories. But if anything, I overcompensated the calories to make sure that I wasn't underestimating the calories, because I can underestimate calories a lot. So it's my attempt to not do that for this time. Also, my FitnessPal does have things like, I'll just tell you, for dinner I had a broccoli and cheese casserole. So they did have a broccoli cheese casserole listed as a homemade, so I just used that because I figured it was probably close enough to what I was really eating. Alright, let's get started and see what I ate yesterday. And well, I'm going to pop the video up right in here so you guys can see. It's kind of going to be a reaction and a showing you. We'll get started. This was 9:25 a.m. on Saturday morning. That's later than I usually get up. I usually get up around 7 a.m., but since it was Saturday, we slept in. And then that made my coffee a smaller cup of coffee, because usually when I get up at 7, I have a big size coffee. But today it was about 12 ounces of coffee, and it was cold. And then I just add ice to it. And then the coffee creamer, as you're going to see here, I used the Kroger's vanilla caramel coffee creamer. It was just the regular. It wasn't sugar-free or anything like that. I don't usually measure the amount of coffee creamer that I put in my coffee, but for the sake of knowing the calories, I did measure it, and I put in as much as I usually do until it tasted right. And it was about 1/4 cup, which is 4 tablespoons. And you'll see down here the calories for that somewhere down here. So that's what I had the first thing. I usually have my coffee. We go outside and have coffee in the mornings. If it's not too cold, or I go to the community room and have coffee where it's warmer while he smokes outside. And then that's how we usually start our day. So that was the first thing I had. Alright, this is going to be what I had, my first food that I had for the day. This was at 10:55 a.m., a little while after that, and as you can see in this video over here, I had a bagel, and this was a Thomas's bagel. It was a blueberry bagel, and on that bagel I had 3 teaspoons of the Land O'Lakes whipped butter, which I did measure. I measured all of this, and then on that I had 2 tablespoons of the natural Jif peanut butter, and then on top of that I put on 2 tablespoons of cream cheese, and I measured all the stuff. So that's what I had, the bagel with the butter, peanut butter, and cream cheese. And then I had 2 Halo Cuties. I think they're called tangerines, if I'm not mistaken. There's there are quite a few. I know I've mentioned those before in my videos and people have gotten confused. I think a brand of them is Cuties. I think there's a Halo. Maybe Halos are Cuties. I'm not sure, but they're the same thing. So that's what I had, my first actual food of the day after my coffee. And like I said, that was around 10:55 a.m. So you just finished watching me show you what I have on my plate. I just showed you that I used the marker on the cream cheese package to cut off as much as the 2 tablespoons. Oh, and I also had my 32 ounces of water. I do still, even when I'm eating poorly, I do still drink a lot of water because I just feel better when I drink a lot of water. So that's what I had there for my first meal. All right, next you'll see here I had a snack. This was around noon, I think. I'm pretty sure it was around noon. I forgot to check the time, but this was a box of chocolates that somebody had got us, and I had 4 pieces. There were 3 pieces as a serving, but I had 4. And as you can see, I'm showing you the nutritional content there. It's 140 calories for 3 pieces, but I did, when I logged it in my FitnessPal, I did log it as 4 pieces, so the calories were accurate. So I had the 4 pieces of chocolate there. And then as I was eating that, as you'll see here, those 2 pieces of chocolate were the remainder. I had 2 pieces, and then these are the 2 that were left from the original 4. That's not an additional 2 pieces. The sweet was a little too sweet, so I decided I need something to cut the sweet. My choice was Doritos and a cheese ball. I know, you don't have to say it. The Doritos, what was a serving of Doritos, it may look like more than a serving because the Doritos were like cracked and busted. That did equal out to a serving. And then the cheese ball, I estimated the calories in the cheese ball again because that was a homemade cheese ball that a friend brought for our Christmas Eve get-together that we had, and that was a leftover item. So I estimated the cheese ball from store-bought because he made it pretty much like the store-bought one. So that's what I had for a snack around, like I said, it was around 12:30-ish. Alright, next is my actual meal that I'm having. My first meal was like at 10:30-ish for my breakfast, I guess you could call it. That was the bagel, and then I had the Doritos, as you just saw, and the candy. This is around 2:30 when I had this, and I'm inserted here. 2:33, I ate this. This was more leftover food from Christmas. This is a lot of food. As I was spooning it onto my plate, I didn't think it was a lot, and after I was finished eating it, I was very uncomfortable because I overate by a lot. So what's on my plate here is, there is the broccoli and cheese casserole that I made for Christmas Day. There's a 1.5 cups of that. There's a 1/2 cup of baked beans, 2/3 of a cup of Kroger macaroni, and you'll see here I'm showing the macaroni container and the calories for 2/3 of a cup. And then I also had some ham, and the ham, I don't remember the brand of the ham, so I just logged in my FitnessPal a generic calorie content for the ham. So that's what I had for my main meal. Like I said, after I was done eating that, I was very uncomfortable and very stuffed. Also, I had a large Dr. Pepper from Subway. We had went to Goodwill and stopped at Subway on the way back, and I didn't get anything to eat. I just got a large Dr. Pepper from a Subway, and that's also included in the calorie count that you'll see down here and at the end of the video. Oh, and I almost forgot. Then I had some pickles. I had 2 servings of pickles, which was 6 chips, 6 pickle chips, and then I had a squirt of honey mustard on the ham to kind of like dress it up. So that was my 2:30 meal, my biggest meal of the day. Much too big of a meal, actually. It actually is making me emotional watching this because first it's embarrassing, because it's hard to put yourself out there when you know there are going to be people that ridicule you and put you down, even though I understand that I'm not trying in this video, obviously, but this video is made because I do want to change and I do want to try to improve my life and get better. But it's hard to put yourself out there because there's always going to be critics no matter what you do. I could be perfect and lose every single pound that I need to lose and become a saint, more or less, and there were people that would still complain and say that I'm doing something wrong. So it's hard to put yourself out there and be honest, but I'm doing it because this is going to help me in the long run, and I'll be able to look back at this and realize that this was a good thing for me to do. The laundry fairy is sneaking through. He may be sneaking through again. Today's cleaning day. I put the laundry in the washer, and then he switched it over to the dryer while I was doing, or took it out of the dryer while I was doing this. I cleaned the kitchen, he vacuumed. I'm going to be cleaning the bathroom after I'm done doing this. So we make good teamwork of cleaning. I'm very happy because a lot of guys don't clean. So it's been a blessing to have somebody who is willing to be a partner and an equal and help. So I'm very blessed with that. All right, so let's get back to what I ate. Okay, so next you're going to see a picture because I accidentally deleted the pictures that I took. I had, and the picture will be here, Twizzlers, and these were the, I don't have the bag, I threw the bag away. The watermelon twist Twizzlers, and they're the peel apart ones. And I'd already opened the bag earlier in the week because I got them for Christmas. But there were 8 left in the package, and during the course of the late afternoon, evening, I ate all 8 of them. So I'm going to leave a picture of the bag, and then I'll leave a picture of the calorie content. I'll find it on the internet and insert a picture here, and then the content down here. When I was going through my videos and deleting what I needed to delete, I accidentally deleted those. So that was what got deleted. All right, so we'll move on now to the next food that I ate, and this was around, I'm trying to think of what time this was. I think it was around 8:30, and I finally had gotten unsick and unfull from what I had eaten earlier, and so I decided to have a bowl of cereal. These were cheap in the grocery store, so we just got them, Lucio O's. I don't know. They're kind of like a Fruit Loop kind of thing, I would guess. And so I'm showing you here. I don't measure my cereal when I'm not videoing it for purposes, when I'm not on track. Sorry, my computer's restarting. I don't usually measure my cereal, but I did measure out, I think, 2 cups of cereal. You'll see. I also measured out the milk, and that was 1.5 cups of whole milk. I don't know what percentage of fat it is. I think it's like 4% fat or something. It's the red cat milk. That's what Gene buys for his coffee. And I'm showing you the total calories on the cereal. I think it was 110 for 1 cup. So I had twice that amount. Like I said, the totals for the milk and the cereal will be down here. So that's what I had. That's the last thing I had for the evening. That's what I ate yesterday. And I had a very emotional moment last night when I ran all this stuff through my FitnessPal. When I saw the totals, I was completely blown away and shocked. I mean, I knew I was eating a lot. That is not in question. But actually seeing the calories in front of my face on my FitnessPal, I'll show you here on my phone, and then I'll show you a video of it. I'll pop the video here, and I'll show you here. I'll start playing the video now. And then this was the total number of calories yesterday and how many over I was that I'm supposed to be having according to my FitnessPal. So as you can see there, and you can see here the breakdown of however many calories I had for breakfast, lunch, dinner, snacks. My total calories for yesterday was 4,392, which was 2,592 calories over my 1800 goal. When I'm doing keto, I usually stick to around 1600 calories, but this was even a little higher than my keto calories when I'm on keto. So I just completely blew it out of the water. And like I said, I had a breakdown last night and I started crying. And Jean was worried about me and wondering why I was crying. Because when you actually see it in front of your face and realize this is what I'm doing to myself, you have that moment of, oh my God, what am I doing? That's when the reality steps back in, because this overeating, this compulsive eating becomes so normal, and it's like you're doing it on autopilot. You don't even realize what you're doing. Even when people point it out, I get defensive, and I'm sure that a lot of you have noticed I've gotten defensive in the comments, and I apologize to those of you who I have gotten defensive towards. That is a protection mechanism, because I feel attacked, because I know what I'm doing, but I don't want to admit to what I'm doing. I want to stay in denial. I want to continue eating the way I am because it's comfortable, because it's safe, because it feels good to me. And when I get questioned about it, I feel I'm backed in a corner. And I'm sure all of you out there who have struggled with addiction, whether it's alcohol, food, drugs, whatever it is, when you're questioned, you feel backed in a corner and attacked. And that's when I get aggressive, verbally aggressive, and I start lashing out. And I don't do it on purpose, but I do recognize the pattern of it, and I'm working hard to change that. And just being on YouTube itself is pretty hard. It's not always easy to deal with people's negativity, even when it's not called for. When it's called for, I get it, and it's not negative, it's just honest. But there are those who decide to be negative because they just can be, and they overstep their bounds. So it's difficult to deal with that. So I think sometimes it feels too overwhelming to be on YouTube, and then other times I find it is a good learning curve, a good learning tool on how to deal with negativity and how to deal with other people and how to deal with myself. Myself is the biggest problem. People can treat you however they want, but it's how I react is the main thing. And I am learning that step by step, not all at once, but it is getting better. So there you have an honest look at a day's worth of eating. This is how I've been eating for the past month and a half now. Once Thanksgiving came, there was a time where I went back on keto in the early December. For like 4 or 5 days I was back to eating low carb, and then holiday time came again, and the cookies started coming in, and candy and fun food, and then that went out the window again. So I haven't been on any kind of a food plan for 2 months at least now, honestly. So when I step on the scale tomorrow, I am probably, well, tomorrow for you guys, on Tuesday for me, because you'll see it on Wednesday. I'm probably going to be shocked and very ashamed. I'm trying to prepare myself for the negative comments, but it's okay, because this is where I am. This is what I've done to myself. I accept it, and I have to start somewhere again. I have to restart somewhere again. So hopefully in a few months I can look back at this and say I'm proud of myself from where I started, and look where I've come. And I hope you guys will come along with me and for the changes, and some more healthier what I eat in a day is coming up this week, next week, and as we move on with this journey of life for me, a new life hopefully this time. Thank you guys for watching. I appreciate it. Thank you for all the support, you guys. There have been so many wonderful, supportive people in comments. I appreciate you guys so, so much. And I will talk to you guys in the comment section. And remember to go check out Amy on Amy's Life Journey. She'll also be posting a video, a look at what she eats in a day as well. And we will be doing this diet bet together and diet challenge to see who can lose the most weight, and give away some prizes to you guys and to our charities and to each other. I hope you guys are having a good week, and I hope you guys have a very happy new year. Be safe, and remember, be the love, be the light, and do good things. Bye, everyone.